Hey friend. I want to change my career to a field which will give me a good career opportunity and the best salary package. Hey. Don't worry. I have the perfect solution. You can become a DevOps professional. DevOps will define the future of technology. Thus, pursuing a DevOps profession will provide you with a diverse skill set that will advance your career and also provide an outstanding salary. In this video, I will explain everything you need to know about DevOps Career Path. First, let me address the agenda for today's session. We will start our session with a brief understanding of what DevOps is. Then, we will understand who is a DevOps engineer and talk about the market trend and job salaries of a DevOps professional. Moving on, we will discuss the different skills required to become a DevOps engineer and the different career paths in DevOps. Finally, we will conclude the session by discussing how to become a DevOps engineer. I hope the agenda was clear. Before we start with our session, if you like this video, do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, to learn more about DevOps and its practices, check out Invensis Learning's DevOps certification training, which is curated for both beginners and experienced professionals. All of the necessary information is given in the description box below. Without further ado, let us get started. Our first topic is what is DevOps. DevOps is a set of cultural concepts, practices, and tools that improves an organization's ability to create applications and services with a higher velocity, improving productivity than the traditional software development and infrastructure management methods. DevOps is a collection of methods that bring together software development known as dev and IT operations, which is known as ops. It aims to minimize the system's development life cycle and continually provide high-quality software delivery. As a result, organizations can provide better service to their customers and compete in the market because of this speed and efficiency. DevOps brings together development and operations to improve software development and delivery efficiency, speed, and security compared to traditional methods. To explain in simple terms, people working together to develop, produce, and deploy reliable software at a higher speed is what DevOps is all about. Through automation, collaboration, rapid feedback, and iterative improvement, DevOps principles enable software developers and operations teams to accelerate the delivery of the products or software. The DevOps delivery method builds on the cross-functional approach of creating and deploying faster and more iterative applications, which stems from an agile approach to software development. Adopting a DevOps development method means deciding to enhance the application's flow and value delivery by promoting a more collaborative atmosphere throughout the development cycle. I guess now you have some idea about DevOps. Now, let us move on to our next topic and understand who a DevOps engineer is. DevOps engineers handle software development operations, using technical tools and the knowledge of the software development process to speed up software upgrades and development. They lead and coordinate several teams responsible for developing or deploying the software. DevOps engineers are well versed in agile methodology and industry standards, as well as their company's specialized networks and processes. They ensure the code updates and may take on different roles, depending on the requirements, to help with designing, developing, testing, and deploying the software to end users. A DevOps engineer is an IT professional who should be well versed in both development and operations, such as coding, infrastructure management, system administration, and DevOps tools. DevOps engineers must also have strong interpersonal skills since they work across organizational silos to promote a more collaborative atmosphere. DevOps engineers play an important role in developing a strategic plan for goal implementation. To construct a schedule, they assess risk, examine costs and benefits, define operational expectations, and estimate future projects. They manage how workflow grows, keeping team members informed and providing clear lines of communication. DevOps engineers can find solutions for workflow problems by tracking how team members interact using back-end software technologies. So, let us talk about the roles and responsibilities of a DevOps engineer to understand what a DevOps engineer's role is in an organization. First, they should be able to create large-scale software solutions in at least one of the following languages: Python, .NET, Java, and JavaScript. Next, they should have experience with Linux server management or a thorough knowledge of Linux is required. Next, hands-on expertise with Puppet, Chef, or another configuration management tool is required. Also, based on user feedback, prototype, design, and implement software integrations. Implement the automation tools and frameworks. Next, they should be able to analyze code and provide extensive reviews to development teams to assure project improvement and completion on schedule. and also implement cloud computing capabilities to release upgrades and repairs. Next, they should implement risk management, clustering, load balancing, and failover strategies. Then, perform security, performance, and availability checks on the system. These were some of the common roles and responsibilities of a DevOps engineer. Now, let us move on to our next topic and discuss about the market trends and job salaries of a DevOps professional. Now, implementing an effective DevOps strategy enables companies to provide software solutions quickly. This, in turn, helps in the prevention and resolution of production problems, resulting in a better customer experience, feedback, and communication. Companies that implement DevOps methods get more done quicker. Talking about the market trends and job salary of a DevOps professional. First, according to the 2019 Tech Salary Report by DICE, a DevOps engineer ranks in the top 5 tech salaries, with an average salary of $111,683. Also, as businesses strive to remain ahead of the competition by implementing DevOps-related technology, the need for DevOps professionals is increasing. The leading job search platforms such as Indeed.com have seen a 75% increase in DevOps job listings. Now, with a current skills shortage in the DevOps recruiting market and thousands of positions being open throughout the world, choosing a DevOps career provides you with a lot of job opportunities. Next, DevOps will define the future of technology. Thus, pursuing a DevOps engineer profession will provide you with a diverse skill set that will advance your career. Talking about salaries, according to Glassdoor, the average salary for a DevOps engineer in the US is $105,017. These were some of the market trends and salaries of the DevOps engineer. Now, let us move on to the next topic and discuss the skills required to become a DevOps engineer. The first skill is fundamentals of Linux and scripting. The majority of businesses opt to host their apps on Linux. So, knowledge of the Linux operating system is essential for a DevOps engineer. Furthermore, most configuration management technologies, such as Puppet, Chef, and Ansible, operate their master nodes on Linux. DevOps is a type of automation that involves infrastructure provisioning automation. So, a DevOps engineer must be able to work with any scripting language and be well versed in at least one scripting language, preferably Python. As a result, Linux and Linux-based programming would be an unavoidable DevOps skill set. Second is understanding of various DevOps tools and technologies. DevOps practices are carried out in stages, and each stage has tools to help in those stages. So a DevOps engineer should have knowledge and expertise using the following tools: source code management, configuration management, containers, infrastructure orchestration, monitoring and analytics, testing and cloud quality tools, network protocols. Third is continuous integration and continuous delivery. The core of DevOps is continuous integration and continuous delivery. It is the technique of continually integrating all code from many developers, testing it continuously, and delivering the successful code to production. Deploying to production will mostly require the development of new containers, which is done using scripts. Fourth is infrastructure as code or IAC. Previously, deploying IT infrastructure was time-consuming and a manual procedure. But now, with the advent of cloud computing and containerization technologies, developers' infrastructure may be deployed by an automated script. The script runs the necessary tasks and manages the configuration using one of the configuration management tools. In seconds, the necessary application platform or infrastructure is available. So, a DevOps professional should understand and be skilled in automating script and the overall infrastructure as code. Fifth is DevOps key concepts. The primary goal of the DevOps methodology is to bring together the development and operations teams to bridge the gap between them and complete work more quickly. Companies that use the DevOps model can provide high-quality software considerably more quickly. All of the tools and approaches mentioned above are employed to put this process into action and deliver software solutions on schedule. So, it is very important for a DevOps enthusiast to understand the key concepts of DevOps. Sixth is soft skills. With the implementation of the DevOps methodology, soft skills play a significant role in the IT business. Most businesses choose an agile approach to work that incorporates DevOps practices, allowing teams to work at a high velocity and generate deliverables quickly in order to satisfy customer expectations. Those interested in the field must be able to listen carefully, negotiate, solve issues, and build teams effectively. A DevOps professional assists in the development of excellent relationships with the company and customers. As a result, soft skills are becoming increasingly important in the DevOps industry. These were some of the important skills required to become a DevOps engineer. Now, let us move on to our next and the main topic and see the different career paths in DevOps. As DevOps is being increasingly adopted across various organizations, there are a variety of roles one could work for in a company. Also, there is still a lot of confusion about the various DevOps positions. So, let us now discuss some prominent careers in DevOps and their roles and responsibilities. First is Release Manager for DevOps. A release manager is a skilled individual in the software industry. A release manager typically has at least 3 to 4 years of IT experience. They should be well versed in the full software development and deployment lifecycle. A release manager is expected to have strong communication skills since they frequently interact with both management and technical people involved in a project. A release manager must handle several projects, as well as different DevOps pipelines. The roles and responsibilities of DevOps release manager are: they control the entire lifecycle of software delivery. Next, they manage the team members' project planning and documentation. Ensure quality assurance by documenting client feedback. Then, they manage risks and also try to mitigate them by proper planning. Next, they maintain communication between technical and operations teams. Second is DevOps Testing Professional. A DevOps testing professional is someone who is in charge of writing automated test cases for applications under development. The DevOps testing specialist should have at least 2 to 3 years of IT software testing experience. For a job in automated DevOps testing, a solid grasp of technologies such as Selenium, Cucumber, and Silk Test is essential. The roles and responsibilities of DevOps testing professional are: they have a solid understanding of software testing and should be capable of developing automated test pipelines. Next, they should have a solid understanding of unit testing and be capable of coding in Python and Java. Also, they should have a clear vision for DevOps. Third is software developer. Now, if a software engineer wishes to work in a company that uses DevOps tools and technologies, they should have at least 2 to 3 years of experience producing high-quality code. They should have experience with software versioning systems such as Git and SVN and should be well-versed, experience with the various stages of the software development processes. The roles and responsibilities of a DevOps software developer are: having expertise in working with commercial IDEs such as IntelliJ IDEA, Komodo, and others. Next, be capable of producing high-quality code and understand algorithms and data structures in greater depth. Next, have a strong understanding of C, Java, Ruby, and other programming languages. Fourth is system engineer. A DevOps system engineer should be familiar with the maintenance and monitoring of IT infrastructure systems. They should be able to design highly available, fault-tolerant systems for use in both production and non-production environments. IT firms are quickly adopting cloud computing. Therefore, the DevOps system engineer must be well versed in all of these areas to accomplish his work properly. The DevOps system engineer roles and responsibilities are: they should be responsible for maintaining infrastructure. Next, they should have a great understanding of Unix and Linux as they have to work on it and also be an expert in scripting utilizing shell script, Python, Perl, and others. Next, they should also have an in-depth understanding of AWS, Azure, OpenShift, and other cloud platforms. With this, MySQL expertise is very important. Fifth is security professional. DevOps security professionals typically have 2 to 3 years of expertise in IT infrastructure security. Infrastructure security is the responsibility of a security expert. They examine the infrastructure's security vulnerabilities and formulate a plan to address security threats. The DevOps security professionals' roles and responsibilities are: they have to understand system and network security in depth. Next, they should analyze risks and devise a plan to mitigate them. Then, they should have a solid grasp of firewalls, intrusion detection systems, and operating systems and also possess a solid grasp of penetration testing. Moving on, they should have knowledge of tools like Metasploit, Nmap, Wireshark, Snort, and others, as it will be helpful for testing in DevOps. Next, they should have a solid understanding of cloud security. Sixth is DevOps lead. A DevOps lead is someone who oversees the whole DevOps cycle and is accountable for the process's correct implementation. They should be well versed in the numerous automation tools utilized by various team members. A DevOps leader should understand how to implement the DevOps cycle. A DevOps lead is someone who has just 3 to 4 years of DevOps experience. They should be familiar with a wide range of DevOps tools and technologies and be able to determine which tools and technologies are suited for the project's needs. A DevOps lead is in charge of ensuring the high availability of the production and non-production environments. The roles and responsibilities of a DevOps lead are: first, overlooks the entire CI/CD. Next, monitor the whole process, as well as the infrastructure for continuous integration and deployment. Then, have experience implementing CI/CD pipelines utilizing tools such as Jenkins, Chef, Puppet, and Git. Also, have an understanding of monitoring tools such as Nagios, Zabbix, and others. Next, they are in charge of ensuring the high availability of production and non-production infrastructure. Also, they should have an understanding of various cloud computing platforms such as IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS, and have extensive expertise with AWS, Azure, OpenShift, and other cloud platforms. Seventh is DevOps Automation Expert. A DevOps Automation Expert is someone who is in charge of creating automated pipelines for both production and non-production environments. They normally have 2 to 3 years of IT experience. In addition, the DevOps Automation Specialist has experience working with Unix and Linux computers, as well as a deep grasp of how to automate tasks using shell scripting, Python, or Perl, which is extremely valuable for managing CI/CD pipelines. The roles and responsibilities of DevOps Automation Expert are: first, build automated CI/CD processes. Next, have experience working with Git, SVN, and Jenkins and have a solid understanding of Unix. Next, know work on shell scripts, Perl, and Python. They should have prior experience building automated CI/CD pipelines with technologies such as GitLab, Jenkins, Chef, Ansible, and Puppet. Finally, they should have experience deploying containers using containerization tools such as Docker. These were some prominent careers in DevOps and their roles and responsibilities. If this has spiked your interest and you want to know how to become a DevOps engineer, let us see some points which will help you become one. The DevOps engineer position requires significant industry expertise. As a result, applicants having a higher education in computer science or a similar discipline, as well as industry experience, are preferred by employers. Here are some of the points you can use to start your career as a DevOps engineer. Firstly, earn a bachelor's degree. The primary step to becoming a DevOps engineer is to pursue a bachelor's degree in a field related to electrical engineering or computer science, with a concentration in software development. Also, a master's degree in software development can help you boost your career as a DevOps engineer. You will gain knowledge in several aspects of software development, such as coding and new technologies. Consider an online master's degree if you are a working professional looking to balance your career and education. Second, acquire the necessary skills. DevOps is a broad area that covers practically all technology and procedures. As a result, technological skills are essential for landing a job. So you can start off by learning the industry-relevant coding language. As a DevOps engineer, you will leverage various technologies and plugins to create a continuous integration and continuous delivery or CI/CD pipeline. The CI/CD pipeline automates the software delivery process by writing code, performing tests which are known as C, and securely releasing an updated application version which are known as CD. Pipelines that are automated assist in eliminating manual mistakes and allow for faster product iterations. If you're familiar with some of the most popular programming and scripting languages, you'll be able to build adaptable, scalable, and error-free code. Next, understand various OS concepts. Solid knowledge of the OS ideas can allow you to be more productive in your programming, such as developing programs faster, connecting with input-output devices, and interfacing with other operating systems. At the very least, learn about process management, sockets, virtualization, I/O management, file systems, and threads and concurrency. Because the majority of DevOps engineers work with Linux, you should consider learning Linux. Next, understand security and networking required for DevOps. Because the world is more linked than ever, networking and security are critical principles to a job as a DevOps engineer. Discover fundamental networking principles such as DNS firewalls, IP addresses, and ports. Understand the basic networking protocols, such as TCP/IP, HTTP, SSH, and FTP. The next tip is understanding infrastructure as code. One of the most important components of being a DevOps engineer is learning infrastructure as code. Containers, such as Kubernetes and Docker, infrastructure provisioning, such as Terraform and CloudFormation, and configuration management tools, like Ansible, Puppet, Puppet, and Chef Salt, should be familiar to DevOps engineers. Next, learn about CI/CD tools. DevOps engineers will always be required to set up a pipeline CI/CD, though there are several tools in the CI/CD area, such as Jenkins, Drone, and TeamCity. It is best to understand at least Jenkins, which is the most extensively used and certainly the most complex CI/CD tool available. The next pointer is learn about cloud providers. Cloud is becoming more prominent and will continue to do so in the near future. You'll have to migrate your apps to the cloud sooner or later. So as a result, you should learn about one or more cloud technologies, such as Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud Platform, Terraform, or Microsoft Azure. And finally, get certified in DevOps. The number of DevOps engineers has grown significantly over the years as a result of the high demand for DevOps specialists. A DevOps certification can help you stand out from the crowd as you compete for positions with other experts. Certificates demonstrate your understanding of specialized tools as well as your dedication to DevOps. Now, I would like to conclude the session by saying, DevOps includes a wide range of technologies and tools that will require some time to master. It takes hard effort and dedication to become a DevOps engineer, but it opens the door to a wide range of career opportunities. So, in order to become a DevOps professional, prioritize the important skills first and then gain knowledge of the appropriate tools and technologies to work with as you go. Also, getting a DevOps certification becomes very important, as it validates your skills and knowledge. So, with this, we have come to the end of this video. I hope it was helpful. Comment your thoughts in the section below. It is ideal for individuals and enterprises that are looking to gain a comprehensive understanding of DevOps principles, knowledge, and practical skills. Invensis provides interactive instructor-led DevOps Master Certification training with highly qualified, certified, and accredited trainers. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell, never to miss an update from the Invensis Learning channel. Also, to learn more about DevOps and its practices, check out Invensis Learning's DevOps certification training. All of the necessary information is given in the description box below. Thank you. Have a nice day.